doesn't know if it's the biggest shot of his curling career, but certainly it was the shot of this Brier. It put him into the final. He was on the pin. He is in. He is definitely one of the best this country has ever seen. He's so cool, calm. You rarely see him sweat it out. Jeff Stoughton is through to another final.
I think it's appropriate we should crown a new Canadian men's curling champion here in the City of Champions, so nicknamed, of course, for the Stanley Cup champion Oilers and Grey Cup champion Eskimos. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Edmonton and on this final day of the 1999 Labatt Brier. It's Quebec and Guy Hemmings against Manitoba's Jeff Stoughton. But just as it was last year in Winnipeg, Hemmings is into the final again. And remember what happened last year as he played Ontario's Wayne Middaugh. He had lost to Middaugh twice previously, once in round robin and then in the 1-2 quarterfinal. So, will it be third time lucky this second time around for Hemmings? As we go back to the Skyreach Center.
Well, Vic, it's been a fabulous Brier. It really has. The level of competition is the best we've seen in years. The crowd has been huge. The ice has been tremendous. And excitement. Talk about excitement. We have two terrific teams. Two very competitive teams and two aggressive teams with different style. Stoughton is a sharpshooter. He can pick them out for everywhere. In the 1-2 game against Hemming, you'll see he picks a shot off the forefoot in the back of the rings where you can see practically only an inch of it. Nobody plays this shot. I talked to Russ Howard about it. He says, no, everybody else draws for one, not Stoughton. He picks it off. That's his style. He can really shoot. Hemmings has got the soft hands as well, and he likes lots of rocks in play. And he made probably the biggest shot of his life last night when he dropped it in the hole. He had to have the whole button. Here it is here. The brushers jump on it. It looks like it for a minute they've lost it, and then it starts to slide a little bit. Pierre Charette comes up to join them, and it slides. I think it just rubs the front one. Just, no, sir, it stops flat on the button, and that's a win. Now, the matchup at third will be interesting. Jonathan Meade also is a sharpshooter. Pierre Charette's going to have to play very, very well. The seconds, I think they're pretty even. And Dougie Armstrong's going to have to match shot for shot with Dale Ness.
Dale Ness, an all-star. Interesting in the two games between these two teams, shots that leap out at you are the Guy Hemmings misses. In 9 in the first game, in round-robin play, a tap-back for 3 would have sealed the victory, and he missed. And, of course, in that playoff game, an open takeout. Maybe caught something, but still, those are the kind of shots you cannot have in a final. If you look at how these teams have to play today to win, first of all, we'll look at Quebec and their keys to victory. Play aggressively. They must continue that. But they do have to protect against Manitoba and the big weight ability. So if you don't have last rock, you have to be a little careful. They need an all-star performance from Pierre Charette, and Guy Hemmings needs those big draws, as we just saw, and continue to make them to save ends when they require it. For the other team, for Manitoba, they've got lots of experience with angles and raises, and they can use that experience to set up a big score. Probably we will need a couple of hits and rolls from the front end, and I agree with Ray. The matchup at third is very key, and Jeff Stoughton, if he can make one of those runbacks and maybe one other tick or hit and roll, that could do it. What we do know is whichever team wins, it's a great representative for Canada at the Ford Worlds.
Indeed, Linda. In fact, any of the 4 teams that made the playoffs would have been a great representative, but we are down to the final 2, Manitoba and Quebec. Out of the Charleswood Club in Winnipeg, this is Quebec's Saint-Lambert Tracy Curling Club, skipped by Guy Hemmings, and Manitoba, Jeff Stoughton from the Charleswood in Winnipeg.
Honey?
Yeah?
The guides are here to replace the picture window.
Oh, I asked them to look at the broken windshield, too.
How long have they been doing this?
I don't know. They said on the phone they were fully qualified.
Next time, insist on someone you can trust to do it right. Speedy Glass. We've been replacing glass since 1946, and now earn Air Miles reward miles for travel and more. Speedy Glass. If it's glass, we fix it.
I may be a celebrity, but when it comes to acne, my skin doesn't really care. I break out just like you do. Do you have a few pimples or a face full of acne that you want to disappear? Now there's a solution. It's called Proactive Solution. With over 3 million customers, Proactive is the best-selling acne system in America.
It changes your skin almost immediately. It's amazing.
Proactive Solution works for men and women of all skin types to gain clear, beautiful skin.
It's like you're dating again or something. It really makes you light up.
It's confidence, it's self-esteem in a little bottle.
It's 3 simple steps that work by attacking acne at the source. Then the combination of medicines go down deep to destroy the bacteria while reducing inflammation. I know you have beautiful skin under your acne. Let Proactive prove it.
Call now toll-free and get Proactive delivered for 2 payments of only $19.95. Order now and receive as a bonus the amazing refining mask.
Come to Canada's ultimate adventure sports and travel event, the Advil Outdoor Adventure Show. See hundreds of exhibitors with great deals on outdoor gear and getaways. Be amazed by the high-flying mountain bike events and talk shop with the pros in the bike zone. Test out the latest kayaks, canoes, and scuba equipment in the Mazda Whitewater Demo Pool. Book your next local or worldwide adventure destination in the Nikon Adventure Travel Pavilion. See it, do it, live it. Don't miss the Advil Outdoor Adventure Show, brought to you by the Outdoor Life Network.
The house that Gretzky built. This is the Skyreach Center. And the Oiler banners that hang so proudly, and this week added to them, the banner of the Labatt Brier, the Canadian Men's Curling Championship. We're down to the final of this week's championship here in a sold-out Skyreach Center, and the ice makers, headed by Winnipeg's Hans Vutrick and his crew, have done so much. We're playing on sheet B. It should be familiar. Let's read the ice now, brought to you by Labatt, and here's Ray.
If you build it, they will come. He built it, they came, it curls. Let's talk about the curl. Around the center guard and lots of play. All the play in here, all game. 4 feet. Around the corner guard. We'll talk about it in a moment a little further, but about 4 feet, especially to the edge of the 8-foot from the inside out. From the outside in, very few shots like this, about 3 feet. Now, they're very familiar. Sheet B again with this ice. They're familiar with each other. Let's talk about it. Yesterday, we had trouble getting to the 12-foot, and we'll see what happens today. It would curl and then stop and not get behind these corner guards. So that was a problem. So when you're playing the corner guard, you're going to have to keep it out a little bit in the 8-foot to be able to come across and get behind it. Now, also, when you're going behind the center guard, if you stay inside that 4-foot path line, it may run straight on you. But as was the case, and the break later, you saw Guy Hemmings in his big draw. He went outside that line, got the big swoop, and caught the button. Also very tricky, and the sweepers must be very aware of this area here, because it will get a little fudgy to 5th or 6th end, and you've got to catch the brushing early as you break into that area. Jeff Stoughton will have to contend with the crowd, and he can take them out of it with a quick start.
Manitoba has the hammer and the choice of stones. Quebec will play red, and they will throw first to get us going here in the final of the 1999 Labatt Brier on TSN. This is Dale Ness.
Well, there's so much pressure on the front ends in this game. Not only do the leads have to put up those front stones and make the great come-arounds, but when you're playing in a final and inches count, it's going to be the brushing, the brushing of those draws and hits and rolls that may make the difference in this game. So right down the lineup, pressure is on.
Stoughton has the advantage of last rock here, and it'll be interesting to see what he does. They looked a little tentative in their practice session, but I don't think it'll affect his approach to this game at all.
Well, Linda, what does the last rock mean in terms of strategy? We know that if Saskatchewan had it, it was a big advantage for them against Russ Howard. How does it relate to Manitoba?
Got a chance?
Well, controlling the first part of the game is important. I don't think it's quite the same as when we talked about Saskatchewan, who hope to keep the play a little more open. Both of these teams will play front stones and come-arounds, but it's just nice to have that in your pocket for the first end anyways. If things go wrong, you know it's there for you.
Well, as I mentioned in my opening comments, they're both very aggressive skips, that's for sure. They just go about it a little bit differently. But you can see Jeff Stoughton right off the bat, first end, draw down the corner guard. They'll now look for a hit and roll, try and get in behind it. And as I mentioned also in the reading the ice section, he is the fan favorite, and they're going to be cheering loud and hard for him. So Jeff has a chance, maybe, if he gets off to a good start, to take the crowd out of this game.
Let's take a look at the ice times, Linda, brought to you by True Value Hardware.
We're going to see, I think, from Manitoba, a lot of the upweight shots. They may even be faster than the 7.5 seconds between the hog lines. Takeouts at 9. That all-important draw weight is about 14 seconds between the hog lines, and guards 15.5. And these are the systems for draw weight that Quebec uses, that first system for sweeping purposes. So you'll hear a lot of numbers today, and those will be the numbers you'll hear.
Doug Armstrong runs it back, jams it, but it's now a Yellowstone that's the center guard.
Même s'il était dans le 12, c'est bon.
So Pierre's going right away, throwing up a guard.
Mine's good. A lot. Got lots, Bruce. Hey, guys.
He kind of changes his style sometimes. Sometimes he'll be a little defensive conscious in the first part of the game, and then he's very hard to get a read on because he alters it. It's a very aggressive call. He plays the guard and he gets it tucked around. Terrific. Takes away the run back.
And that's what I think is going to be so important today. When you don't have the hammer against Manitoba, you don't want to leave those big weight shots for them.
Terrific numbers. He had a great round robin.
And they can all throw the big weight right up and down the Manitoba lineup, can't they?
That's right. Especially the back end, Jonathan. And
look at that. Gary Penn right here in the first. Makes the double run back.
What a way to start.
Good shot, Gary. Like this, I like it.
It was a beautiful shot, and this is what you do need from the front end. When you're in a little bit of trouble, you bail out, you get the big run back and the double. I was going to say, Jonathan and Jeff, I believe those shots will be a little more key just because of the timing in the end, but it's great to get the bailout from Gary.
Now, is this the first indication of how much it goes in behind these corners?
We'll find out in a minute here.
Lots of weight. Can't touch.
Can't be behind the tee line.
And it will be back 8.
Yeah, something right here.
Terrific chance for Manitoba to get down on top of that.
But is that corner in a good spot, or would you even have to play it more towards the center line?
No, we'll see. That one worked pretty well, didn't you think?
Yeah, I think it's good.
They shaved. I talked to Hans before the game, and last night again he said we're going to shave and try and get the 12-foot back into the game.
Come on. Hard.
Armstrong and Meade with the brush, and they won't sneak it by.
Good. Okay, Gary.
The shooter will spin in, sit top 12, second shot. Manitoba, by virtue of their win, finished first, then won the 1-2 quarterfinal to get right into the final today. And then Quebec had to play Saskatchewan yesterday. And they won the semi. Trying to avoid the jam at the back. And they'll punch it by.
Wheels are ticking.
Jeff had a look at both stones before deciding to play the hit and roll with Jonathan.
For everyone else on this team, well, this is their second or third time at a Brier. It's the first for Jonathan Meade.
Whoa! Yep! Whoa, Jeff, whoa! No, never. Sorry, John.
He rolls too far. Numbers still not as good as he had through round robin, Linda. His first All-Star this year.
That's why Ray and I both think this matchup is key. Pierre was great during round robin, but has had a couple of misses in the playoffs.
Will it hang around, or no, it'll spin out the back?
Girl. Girl's on that side today.
Let's go about Hack. Okay.
Hackweight looking for the little roll. Tap it out and get the roll behind the corner guard. And these are the kind of shots that we think will make the difference in the game, as you mentioned, and I couldn't agree more. They're great hitters, Stoughton and Meade.
Hard! Hard! Hard!
Boy, look at it snap towards that corner. Really have to work it to get it by. Across the face, little bit of an outside roll.
Boy, they just got by the guard.
Right. Not again.
Yeah, on the very first end, Hemmings is going to have to make a freeze, Lou.
This is that save shot I talked about. They had hoped they weren't going to have to use it so early.
Draw, guys. Nice shot. John. Don't bump it. You hit on the D line and then back.
He did not actually miss a draw in semifinal action, and of course got a bonus point on that final draw.
A single point?
Yep. Yep. Line good. Yep. Line good.
You get 80 points from me.
Where is it?
Oh, it's there.
It's clean. Line's great. Make sure it's here.
No bumping.
Easy, Bird. Easy, right there. There, right up. Right up. Don't touch. Don't touch, Bird. There.
Great start for the house favorite.
Back fit? Yeah.
He may be from Quebec, but he is the home team.
Yeah. Just make sure we're shot. Yeah.
Chuggy. Pitchy.
When we talk about Jeff Stoughton's ability to throw the big weight, that's a weapon he has, but it's in addition to his ability to throw the draws. We're not saying these kinds of shots are outside of Jeff's style of play. It's just that he's so good at the others.
Good point. Beautiful release.
Line's real good. No, wait
Throws
only.
from the tuck delivery. Great control of the body on the way out.
Whoa, where are we?
Not a brush yet from Armstrong. Vandenberg.
Line's good. Just there. Whoa. You want to move it, John? Yeah. Yep. Whoa. Yeah. Yep. Whoa.
Good try. Didn't curl up at all.
Didn't finish. No. That's what we talked about. Same kind of results. As soon as it gets to that close to that 12-foot, it's starting to straighten up.
The hack weight something?
Hack weight.
Wait. Okay.
Down. Wait. Move that one. Try and sit right in.
Make sure qu'on cross, parce que même si on roule out, il va y avoir encore un tough shot pour deux pareil. Oui. OK. Plus weight plus tight, plus de weight plus tight.
He's been the talk of this town the entire week, and there's lots at stake, more than just an appearance at the Ford Worlds.
There's the McCain TSN Skins game, and then the berth into the Olympic trials for the 2002 Olympics, and along with that, Sport Canada funding, which could total up to $90,000. So lots of pressure on these teams.
Well, Guy said that even if he comes across the face and rolls out, it'll be a very tough shot for Jeff Stoughton to get to, and he's right about that. You just can't jam it on the outside. And it looks like he's ready to play.
Cross the face, push it back, sit two. So, as you suggest, you don't want to use your savers now, but both skips quite prepared to play the soft game early.
Pitch, Guy. Not bad. Very nice. I'm on weak stuff.
Just going to draw the forefoot, try and playing the in-turn.
Piece of the 4 for a single. Manitoba here the first. Quick check of the watch by Gary Vandenberg. And we're looking for Wetland.
Around 14 seconds.
Easy,
First end should be very consistent. So that time looks good.
Shot, Jeff.
Boy, Jack, can't hurt that at all. And some terrific soft shooting by both skips here in this first. Manitoba opens with a single. It's the final of the Canadian Men's Curling Championship. Brier here on TSN.
Now please everyone with Pizza Hut's $5 deal. Second, third, and fourth pizzas can be any combo of crust and toppings. $5, $5, $5.
Hello, Pizza Hut?
Call Pizza Hut today.
Grand Theft Auto, Vice City. In stores now. Rated M for mature.
Icons and Heroes, the history of the grand old game. Thursdays on ESPN Classic Canada, where the legends come to play.
Chavallo is determined to go all out tonight.
Hi, I'm George Chavallo, and you're watching ESPN Classic Canada.
The key shot of that second end is brought to you by Karcher, quality cleaning equipment.
It's a lovely shot by Guy Hemmings. It's his first rock of this end where he plays the double raise onto the shot stone. And as I mentioned, when rocks are frozen, these are kind of fun to line up. You can watch the red onto yellow, but it's the next red going back. That's the key, and that set up the 2.
The Manitoba wives, Eileen Mead, Elena Vandenberg, Frank Gould, Evelyn Armstrong from foreground to background. And on the left is Guy Hemmings' bum. That's Ida and his wife, Jose. Yeah, it has been fun, and it is going to be a little sad to leave Skyreach. We've had a wonderful week, and we thank everybody. Wonderful story about Ida Hemmings. She's never been on a plane before, first time ever, and comes here to the Brier, so she has to win. I'm not flying again.
Stay with it, come on. For sure. Gonna be here for sure.
Manitoba with the hammer here in 3.
Really tight, really. All right, Bill.
Nice shot in that 3-guard zone area. Curl 85% in the round robin, and you're 5th among the leaders.
It was a very strong field.
Whoa!
Right there. Whoa, 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 Gary. That's good. All right, shot, Doug. Ooh, that was a hard plunk, eh? That was a hard one.
Same way, guys.
It's a big shot in this end.
Line's good.
The first All-Star, Dale Ness. That
easy,
lead.
guys. Right there.
Wait for it. Whoa, work. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yeah. Yep. There, Gee. Yep. Hurry. Harder.
Look at it just swoop now and all over that center guard.
I'm not sure if it caught a spot
Stay with it,
or
Pierre.
it caught a piece of debris.
Albert never let it go there. Very nice.
Must have caught a little piece of debris. It took off very quickly.
Good.
It's regular, is that, or?
Hit and roll.
Yep. Easy. Whoa. Easy. Whoa. Come on. That's good. Good. Shot, Doug. Let's go, Gary. Want to do this? Or the double? Just off nose. Ouais, c'est sûrement que deux, puis il va ici. Oh, ouais, le slash. OK. OK. Try double then. Tu veux? Même nose. Regular bird. Ouais, nose, c'est bon. Whoa! No! Whoa, never! Never! L'autre manière. Stay with it. Cross the face. Yep!
The jam leaves it still half covered.
It was there. Yep. That's right.
Charlie, the open side, trying to set up his deuce. Just gotta get the back behind the tee line in this case, so you don't leave a hit and roll.
Tee line. Tee line's good. Over here. Come on. Hard.
Leave this behind the tee line.
Come on, guys. Hard. Don't stop. Right up. Shot, Gary.
Jeez. There's the angle for the double. And then you get that rock behind the tee line, you can come right across onto this one.
Come on, big bird. Regular bird.
Thibodeau.
Stay with it.
Hard pound now. The angle there to make the double. Cross. Get them both.
Great curling by both teams. A little mistake by Manitoba by not getting that stone behind the tee line. Sets up this double, and no mistake by Guy.
He threw that inside-out turn, and I think a little better than the outside in. They may want to remember that for later.
Gary Vandenberg. Manitoba with the hammer here in 3, trailing 2-1.
Nice throw.
I find that interesting, Linda. His numbers were third, yet he was voted the first All-Star by the curling reporters. So it comes down to more than just the statistical breakdown.
It is, and actually the other 2/3 were just the 1 percentage point ahead of him, Bob Ursel and Howard Ryla from Ontario. So the numbers were very close at the top.
And Bob Ursel from BC was voted the second team All-Star third.
Normal.
Looking for the roll behind the center guard.
Jonathan had an uncanny way in round-robin play in out-curling his opposing third. He didn't always have the top numbers, but he tended to do very well each game against his opposing player.
Easy. Yep. Harder now. Quick. Harder. Harder. Okay, we're on the nose. Okay.
Tricky spot of the ice.
Sorry, guys.
Well, it ran pretty
It's
true.
okay,
It's just a matter of it could curl more than they anticipated. Jonathan Meade playing the outside in. The out turn for him. Nice shot.
Hip. Whoa. Hip. Hurry. Whoa. Hard. Hurry. Whoa. Hard. Yep. That's good.
That's got beauty. Somebody finally found it.
Shot. Regular. Shot. Like this. I like it. No, across the face easier. Yeah, okay.
They're pretty close to each other, so this is a run back for Guy. I don't think he's missed a shot so far. Not that I can remember.
Very well.
That was close.
Yeah. Huh?
Let it go, man. Just a bit more than regular, Duff. Regular.
He has made so many of those big shots. Numbers are important, but sometimes it's the timing of those shots.
Right out of his hand, you could hear him, and now he's upset about it. Did he turn it?
Whoa. You don't want to pick it off?
No.
I think it caught something, maybe.
Sorry, I need more weight there. I know.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, I know, but I do that all the time. So.
No, just get it again.
Maybe not.
Sure, we're T-line at least, eh? Yeah, them.
He just turned the in turn, you think, Linda? That's what he's talking?
He seems very upset with himself. I could have been rolled a little bit to the inside, watching the fingers.
Out of his hand, he called on Ness and Thibodeau.
He just came out inside, I guess. Big time inside. You have to get this rock back now. Back behind the tee line.
So will we
Right here is good.
possibly point at this miss by E. Hemmings, as we have two previous misses?
Take a look. Shot, yeah? Good way.
Watch the guy. Make a good throw, Dean.
Nice toss. Thanks. Good plotting.
Sorry, guys.
It's going to hit the wide open one, try and come down and hit that one there, and try and roll it over into this area the best he can.
Bad throw, but I knew that.
No, forget that shot. Let's get
He can't catch the back of the 4-foot like
Take
that.
a dude back next in. Let's go.
Really like what I see in Dale Ness. Not only an all-star as far as throwing, but he's all positive. Positive thoughts for his skip as he goes to throw this rock.
Oh! Off! Just clean. Off! Just clean. Right off.
As was the case last end, a draw for 2 for E. Hemmings, a draw for 2 for Jeff Stoughton.
Tell him it's straight drive. Yeah, it's just so far over. I don't know. It's fine.
In turn draw.
Straight draw, eh?
Full 8.
Straight draw.
We'll give him 2 here in the third.
Straight draw. If it ever went, it's no sense coming down to it. Okay. Full 8. Full 8, Gary. No backing. Easy, Doug. You're fine for line. Clean if it's
We've
close.
had very consistent times
Easy,
the
Doug.
first
Yep.
2 ends with those draws. About a 13-8.
Clean if it's close.
Anything close to 14 seems to be
Whoa,
fine.
guys.
That should be perfect.
Let's wait, Jeff.
Manitoba and Stoughton take advantage of a Hemmings miss. They pick up 2. It's now 3-2. All the hardware that will be presented to the winner of this Labatt Brier here in Edmonton.
Never stop thinking. Read the Globe and Mail.
Doritos presents the Juno Fan Choice Award. You vote for your favorite nominees. Avril, Celine, Diana, Nickelback, Shania. Vote online and you could be chosen to present the Juno Fan Choice Award live on stage. Brought to you by new ketchup-flavored Doritos.
On the next Midweek Real Classics.
You know, ever since I was 6 years old, I've been faster than anyone.
You better start hitting out there.
Let's go. Pretty boy.
Oh, yeah?
You sure are a glutton.
On the next Midweek Real Classic, Rob Lowe stars in Youngblood, only on ESPN Classic Canada.
Hi, I'm Keith Hernandez.
And I'm Walt Clyde Frazier.
What a marvelous night for the action.
Let's go to the play-by-play.
Oh, there's Mr. Graybeard approaching Miss Hottie. Oh, no.
Rejected.
Clyde, that's gotta hurt.
Yeah, no play for Mr. Gray. Get that man our Just for Men Fresh In Color Gel.
It's specially formulated to penetrate coarse facial hair and gets rid of gray in 5 easy minutes.
Gets rid of strikeouts, too. Just for Men Gel. The Rejuvenator.
Again, Morris had Sanders way out in front of the tantalizing off-speed pitch.
Hi, I'm Jack Morris, and you're watching ESPN Classic Canada.
Welcome back to Edmonton, the Skyreach Center. The Labatt Brier final here on TSN. After Manitoba picked up 2 in the third to lead 3-2 as we go to the fourth. Jonathan Meade.
Well, you know, Linda, in your ice notes, you mentioned that we take a roll here and there, and Jonathan Meade does what he does so well. He's a great hitter as well as his skip, Jeff Stoughton, and he gets the perfect hit and roll here right in behind the center guard. The rock is actually biting the rings. He misses a run back, and that's how you produce the 2 points.
So Quebec has the hammer as we begin here in 4.
Interesting matchup at third, because in the second end it was Pierre Charette who made the great hit and roll after Jonathan Meade missed his draw, and in there Pierre didn't get the roll and Jonathan got it right after. So it has been key shots by those thirds that have set up the 2 enders. We can get him in there. Yeah.
Okay, Doug. Shot, Doug.
It's a familiar pattern. We talked about that. Here's the corner guard now.
Bring it tight, guys.
Now, yesterday, they had much more success on this side of the ice, Linda, than they did on the other one, so they'll put the corner guard up on the left-hand side of this ice surface, and eventually hope to get something in behind it, one way or another. They're rolling there or drawing there.
Everybody has to bring their best game to the final, and so far it looks like the teams are very prepared to do just that. Great numbers for Manitoba.
Line's good. Whoa, if you can. Whoa, 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 whoa. Finish it. Yep, finish it. Whoa, 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 guys, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Doug Armstrong trying to throw the guard on his stone. Top 12.
Where do you want it, Guy? Like, okay. Same as last time.
Hit and roll to the corner.
It's hard to believe Hemmings would be at 83, considering just the 1 miss that appears to me.
1-0 early in the game does bring them down quickly.
Quick, quick!
Gets it off the 4-foot. Gets it off the center line, Dale Ness.
Good shot. Very good.
That's an excellent shot. 2 corner guards, and the Yellowstone belonging to Manitoba is only in the 12-foot. Either come around could beat out that stone.
Well, this would be interesting. This is the come around. Larry Vandenberg's out turn for the left-hander. And we'll see if this curls, Linda, how much it breaks. Had a couple shots down here.
Whoa, where's this going? Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, guys, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Well, it went early, and it's very light.
It's our fault, Gary. Okay, Gary.
They may have caught something.
I don't want to hit that. Good roll out. Double guard.
Congratulations to the Canadian national women's hockey team, winners over the United States today in Finland to claim the Women's World Hockey Championship, the gold medal, 5th straight time the Canadians have won it.
Line's good. Yep. Yep.
Opportunity now for Quebec.
Yep. Look, Dean, hard. Need it from hard. Need it from line. Whoa.
Oh.
Sorry, back the ball. It's there, it's there.
And back at the tee line, back into the 8. But it really goes now.
Went pretty well there.
Gary Vandenberg.
You notice all the front-end players getting in the hack very quickly. The teams have the 73 minutes, but with a complicated style game, as this one may be, they're all trying to play a little hurry-up in the hack, save some time for later.
Come on, come on.
Stoughton out to join Armstrong and Meade and drag it as far as they can.
Don't stop, don't stop.
And they'll get it there for shot.
And they brushed it all the way.
Like it? I went up a coup now. Hey, Duff, that you do? Place is yours before when you hit and roll. Yeah, but I could see half. Goes nice at the end, though. Oi. Let's try to it. Good too, guys. Well, they're far away, eh? Yeah, corner freeze is perfect. Bump it a foot, it's good. Okay. This corner. Or same way. Room. Little more. Room. Room. Stuck our leg. Lots of room. And never tap it. Yep. Oh. Yep. Come on, gotta keep the angle. Yep. Right there.
On the corner, tap it about a foot.
Yep. Yep. Good shot.
Now we'll see if he can get across the face of this.
It's through.
Would you believe you could now with the kind of movement we're seeing?
It's out a little bit, but I don't think it's breaking big time by the guard. It comes to the guard pretty fast, but
I agree with you completely. It seems to almost go straight from the guard in.
Jonathan Meade. But out of his hand, it's Vandenberg leading. Armstrong taking the stone.
Whoa!
And they won't get it by the guard.
No. All right, that's a good shot. Good.
Sorry, John.
It's okay. Sorry, guys, just took a bit of a jump.
it moves big time in the middle of the ice surface, but it does when it stops when it gets to the guard.
What's wrong with that? Hein? What's wrong with that? Rien de wrong avec ça. Parce qu'on peut rouler le tap si tu vas pas taper tout de suite. On va là, il peut pas faire le double, tu sais, il va jamais là, puis il va jamais là. OK, Guy. I like it. Just top 8.
What is it they're trying to set up here?
Well, they're trying to set a second one into the house, and I think Guy Hemmings is perfectly correct in saying it's not that dangerous to set up angles for a double because both of the Redstones would have yellow rocks behind them, and Manitoba could conceivably jam them. So I think it's not as much a worry about where this one is as far as the depth in the house, as long as it's a little bit behind the corner guard.
It's clean. Keep it. Where? Keep it, top 8. Right off, Dan. Not through. Top 8. Not bad. Not through. Not through. Not through. Save it, guys. Save it. Save it. Close. Save it. Not bad. It's not bad. The T-line. Oh, close. Oh, there. Bring it here. There. Whoa. Bring it here. Got room. Whoa. Wait. Just wait. Okay, whoa. Whoa.
It was a nice situation, as you mentioned, for Quebec, Linda. They've got these rocks behind everything here, so Manitoba has to be very careful in what they do here.
I don't know.
You can definitely get to the nose of this one.
Hit! Jonathan Meade.
Hard!
Again, right out of his hand. It's Vandenberg and Armstrong.
Hard! Real hard! Don't stop, don't stop. Hard! Don't stop, don't stop.
Oh, nice shot to come across the face enough to punch it out the back.
And when they hit it on the nose, though, Vic, you sit right there. This allows Quebec once again to come down base of the stone.
Certainly no more, right? Certainly no more.
Oh, that was good weight, though.
Yeah.
And they would lie
Not
too.
even T-line, that one. So.
Essaye un peu plus pour le moins Guy, s'il vous plaît. A little more. Je sais, Bruce, c'est ça que ça me prend.
Pierre Charette.
Got room now.
80.
Got a little less weight, I think. Tons of room. That's clean. Make sure it's there, guys. Gonna be here. Tons of room. Top 8. It's gonna go. Don't worry about the line. Make sure it's there. Line's good now. Bring it. Sure it's there. All yours. All yours. Okay, got it, Carol. Got it, Carol. Easy. Whoa, whoa. Easy. Don't touch. Easy. Whoa. Easy. Whoa. Whoa, Rock.
So it kept the first ice, eh?
Oh.
A little bit of an error on that Quebec draw, maybe a tiny bit too much ice, and the brushers were a little bit confused about the line and took it a tiny bit too far. Jeff can get rid of it.
Hurry! Whoa! Whoa! Yeah! Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Good. Good.
Is that better now to sit there?
Yeah, well, that's where he wanted to sit for sure.
Shot, yeah.
He can come across the face, hit it on the nose.
Juste voir qu'est-ce qu'on y laisse. Les titres, il laisse le double. Hein? Le double, il jamme là, mais il va peut-être être
Pierre
correct.
was talking about hitting on the outside and rolling right across. I think that'd be very dangerous. You jam it on the yellow one and it might roll back on you.
On va juste taper un peu en dedans. Moi, il y a une petite Guy comme ça. Yeah.
He was looking at coming down here and hitting this and driving it this way, but I think that's very dangerous and rolling over here. But if you jam it onto this one here, it can come back on you this way.
Like it, guys? We're shot. Shot. Parce qu'on va pas donner un double ici, on va pas le chiner, tu sais. Fait que son rôle là, il va le faire de même. Ici, il n'y a pas de double. Ici, il n'y a pas de double, il va avoir des jaunes.
OK. OK.
You like it? I like it.
Prepare ça, Bruce. Mais si fait le...
Just going to draw then. It's worried about where it's going to sit.
The less. No, wait. Huh?
He decided to draw to the back of the button here.
Let's play a tap then.
Not okay. And now the tap. We'll play the tap, I guess.
Back ring weight. Back ring.
Just tap that back.
I like it. The line. I think the line's going to be good with back ring.
They know how to get there with the tap. The concern is where will the Yellowstone go and where will the red shooter sit? They have to be 1-2, of course, at the conclusion of this rock.
Oh, don't scare me. Easy. Wait down. Easy. No line. Wait down. Clean it. Clean. Room. Just clean.
Room.
Just clean if the weight's there.
Book a curl.
Got a curl. Got a curl a little more.
It's okay now.
Yep. Yep. Nice shot.
July 1-2.
Well, nothing's
Yeah,
going
it's
out.
better now. Instead of pushing on the nose, you push in a good spot.
Nothing's going out.
E. Hemmings would be in good company if he could win this. Labatt Brier, having lost a year ago. Look at the number of people who have lost one year and come right back to win the very next. The last person, of course, Kevin Martin.
Sure.
Howard and Folk did it twice.
As good as it's going to be.
We can see the problem.
I think we play normal weight, though.
Yeah. Hit this here.
You can see all of it.
Jam it back in
I
there.
think it's nice. Okay.
Try and hit this one here. You can see it all, he says, and drive it right straight back here.
It's good, been a good end for Quebec, getting their rocks set up in front of those Manitoba stones.
You could get a little roll and not jam it, Linda, but you have to be awful careful. You might jam it to kill both of them. But if you hit it high, you'll drive it right into that pocket. And you draw for three.
Jeff Stoughton in Manitoba's last here in the fourth. Not a brush.
That's really the best he could do. That was the best he could do. Maybe hit it a touch thinner and you would have killed the back one as well, but you're afraid to jam it. A touch higher, I should say.
Lights now. Yep.
You're right, Linda. Quebec really played a great end in getting the rocks in the proper position. Hit for a deuce.
For two.
See what it's moving, yeah?
Guy's last in-turn takeout last end was one that he didn't like. Remember,
Yeah,
that a little inside. Heard Del Ness say, just let it go.
Whoa. Whoa. Oh, clean. Yep. Whoa. Clean. That's clean. Whoa. Clean. Clean it. Clean. Just clean. Whoa. Clean. Yep. Yep.
Just clean it. For two. Mum's happy. White Jose's happy. Quebec fans are happy. They leapfrog in front. It's now 4-3 Quebec.
Roy Jones Jr. is arguably the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world.
Pound for pound, #1, course I am.
After destroying middleweight and light heavyweight contenders, Jr. is making the historic jump to the heavyweight division. Join ESPN Classic Canada to relive some of his greatest matches as we warm you up for his battle with current WBA heavyweight champion John Ruiz. Tune in today, beginning at 3 Eastern, for Roy Jones Jr. Day, only on ESPN Classic Canada.
Nicorette gum. Take it one craving at a time.
Now please everyone with Pizza Hut's $5 deal. Second, third, and fourth pizzas can be any combo of crust and toppings. $5, $5, $5.
Hello, Pizza Hut?
Call Pizza Hut today.
Honey,
Yeah?
the guys are here to replace the picture window.
Oh, I asked them to look at the broken windshield, too.
How long have they been doing this?
I don't know. They said on the phone they were fully qualified.
Next time, insist on someone you can trust to do it right. Speedy Glass. We've been replacing glass since 1946. And now, earn Air Miles reward miles for travel and more. Speedy Glass. If it's glass, we fix it.
chance for 2 in 4, and he didn't turn this one.
No, that's for sure. They watched it all the way. As Linda mentioned, they played a tremendous end in placing their rocks, and that's really what got them this 2 points. Manitoba had nothing.
And this is what has endeared Guy Hemmings and really the entire team to the fans of the Skyreach of Edmonton. He's been out and visiting schools, and despite the fact it's the final of the Brier, he's still doing what he does best, and that is being a friend to anyone who comes and asks for an autograph or a picture.
Mine's good.
As we go to 5, 4-3, Quebec leading Manitoba with the hammer.
Good to be here, though.
Linda, Ray, on your behalf, we'd like to all of us at TSN thank Terry Morris, the president of the Brier Committee. Some of the people particularly, there's 1,000 volunteers, the transportation people who I know have helped you out a great deal, the communications committee. Thank you very much for all your support this week. And some of those communication members will be at the Mayflower in Halifax, March 16th through the 20th, in the 36th Telephone Employees Curling Classic. So we'll be reaching out and touching somebody.
I just wanted to say hello to a 86-year-old fan that's watching this game in St. Boniface Hospital in the thing. Einer Bolson is a great fan of ours and loves the curling, so keep watching.
Line's good. 78. Come on, keep it high a bit, guys. Okay, line's good now. Line's good.
There's no question with these two teams. They both know what each other is going to do. First rock in, corner guard up. Next rock is to the middle.
So, yes, and we've seen it every end. It's repetitive. What else can you do?
Well, no, this is a method of generating an extra point, and obviously it's been working very well because there's a number of deuces on the board. Yeah, there are other things you could do. You could, you could freeze down to the rock and tap it back. That system, I personally like this system much better. We saw in Charlottetown a lot more tap back shots as opposed to corner guard shots. For example, from the women, this is a method that is the most used by men, is the corner guard.
Nice shot by Doug Armstrong to get around that center and tap the red stone back 8.
Griesberg.
I guess the dilemma so far has been for the team without the last rock, Vic, as you say, it hasn't worked as well for them to set that third stone of the end in front of their shot rock because of these nice tap backs and come arounds. And this is where the team without last rock must make a good shot. Guy Thibodeau.
Yep. Lot. Little more. Lot. Yes. Yes.
It's a very entertaining type of curling game.
Ness, Charette.
Quick, whoa.
Lots of rocks in play.
And not by.
Good shot. All right. That's going to hang on the line. All right, Bruce, Buffalo.
A little bit more ice needed on that shot, Guy Hemmings said.
Headache, Bruce.
It's important for the skip to pass that on to the player so that the player doesn't start to question what they're doing in their delivery.
Waits there. Whoa. Hip. Hip. Whoa. 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 Hip.
Just trying to chip this one. Push it in front of the other and go in behind the guard. Oh, that's a very good shot.
Great shot.
That is a great shot. Great shot by Gary. He got the rock buried behind the corner guard, and he got it in front of the stone that sits in the 8-foot, back 8-foot.
Right on the nose and stay there. I like to freeze.
Came across the face to make the little chip. Another case where Guy Thibodeau didn't make the shot. Back comes Manitoba with the great shot.
I think we freeze it and move them around a little bit, maybe.
This forces Guy Hemmings to make a move without last rock that he doesn't really want to make. And that's to play the freeze and not remove the stones. So he needs to make it get this down in front of the stone in the rings.
Really curling on them now.
Stay with it, stay with it, stay with it, stay with it, stay with it.
And up on top and on the face. July shot.
Play hack.
Hit this stone on the outside here, driving it back that way. You'll hit it onto that, and that'll move that, and you'll roll over here.
Lots of weight. Yep. Whoa.
Gary Vandenberg.
Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Armstrong, Meade called right off. How much of this has he got?
Not enough, I can tell you that.
Okay, Gary. My fault, Gary. Good throw.
So misses are traded now by both seconds. First Thibodeau and now Vandenberg.
That rolled down that 4-foot line, Linda.
Both skips took the blame for those misses. Wrong amount of ice, they said.
Regarde pour une bonne possibilité. Celle-là va être là pendant 10 ans, tu sais. Et celle-là va... Il y a pas moyen d'éliminer celle-là puis sans jouer dessus, parce qu'on pourrait jouer dessus, fait que tu vas en mettre. C'est pas un garde pas mieux. Les gardes, c'est... Un garde, il viendra pas avec même si avec du weight, tout ce qu'il y a, tu sais. Non, mais moi, j'étais à lui, je ferais avec la chupée haute. Il va rester avec sa jambe. Ouais. Pile. Il va rester en avant de la sienne.
You can leave this side exposed a little because of the rock that's right behind it. You got to guard the...
What you like, guys?
Right
like
side
this?
if you're going to play the guard.
I like this, Guy. Okay. Can't do much there.
I'd be very careful about putting guards up against this Manitoba team. As I said, right from the start, when they have the hammer, Jeff Stoughton with the big weight ability can make some runbacks and get you into trouble. I agree with this call.
As opposed to playing the guard, they talked about it. They're going to try and freeze one right down in there.
All right, what's the difference here, Linda, in terms of putting this one here?
Compared to the guard, if you don't make it perfectly, Manitoba can score a multiple end. This is one way to try and get out of it.
This could be the third shot rock in the rings. As Linda says, eliminate the Yellowstone by just freezing down the face of it. Cannot be a second shot.
Short's there, guys. I think I'm a little down.
Pierre Charette, he thinks he's a little down, maybe a little light.
Clean then. Let it go. Let it go. Yes. Needs it.
Here comes Hemmings now. It's everybody trying to drag it to the face of the Yellowstone. Top 8. Needs a little more.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Great swing, Todd. Will
it do?
I think it's shot rock over the other yellow, and that was one of the objectives.
Jonathan Meade has to tap the rock off the buttons. Back 8-foot weight.
Weight's good, John. Come on.
It's not real big. It's good. Whoa, 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 whoa. Lots of room. Hit. Whoa. Ah!
Jonathan played with Hugh McFadgen that year.
Okay.
Just not curling there for them. Just taking a little too much ice.
Perfect weight.
Yeah. We gotta be closer than that.
On need to mitt tip. What if we hit this one first? Yeah. So I hit that and then we go away. Yeah, okay. You like that? Yeah, I like it. Gotta hit this one first. Yeah. Okay? Did. Throw peel. Don't want to stick around. Might as well throw big weight.
Peel weight.
Je fais juste à manquer, je pogne l'autre avant, on sort pareil.
Driving it here. Come across and get this one.
Hit the right one first or what? Hit the left one first. Okay. Don't want to stick around, okay? So try to move it away to there so we don't leave him in the pocket. Okay. Yeah, then double. If it hangs, restez pareil. Bruce, si je pogne juste à dehors de l'eau, moi, je vais le faire pareil. Peel weight. Yep.
Right out of his hand before he even released it. You can hear Hemmings call on his brushes. Thibodeau. Ness out in front, looking to make the double. Left one, right one. And everything goes.
Sorry, Jeff.
With the freeze?
Now killing one of the back doesn't concern them?
No, they didn't mind that much. Remember, they drew that other red stone in to make it shot rock over the other yellow one in the ring, so they didn't mind getting rid of the pocket at the back of the house with this one.
That front end was off and running, weren't they?
Gotta wait. Just through. For sure through. Just through weight, boys. Okay.
We're going to come down on this shot rock, the shot right here, push it through, out that way, and try and sit right in here behind the guard. Get a little piece of the one on the 4-foot on the way out, maybe. I don't know if it'll move that much, mind you.
Jonathan Meade as we play the last of the third stones here in 5. 4-3 Quebec.
This is not coming.
Whoa! Not at all.
Here it comes now.
Moving at the end.
Shot. Okay.
Nice shot indeed.
Tu as fait ça? Pas même un choix. On va faire le double. Ben, tu fais pas le double, on devrait rouler un puis deux. Oui, deux, donc le double, on peut venir pogner ici. Le double, tu dois pogner mince en maudit, puis la pogner ici. Oui, tu frapper et rouler là. On va jammer et rouler là. Yeah. Ça? Yeah. Just light.
If you tried the double and you jammed it onto
Like it?
this here, you might come back onto the shot rock.
I like this call. They're going to go jam, jam, yellow, yellow, and hope the shooter rolls in so that the red stones are first and second shots.
Nice shot. Ouais, je pense pas qu'on va faire le double. On va juste la frapper, d'en sortir une, puis rouler second shot.
The other option, of course, is to sit it on the other side, second shot rock.
Just light. Maybe the last.
Hit and roll for second shot, basically.
Good. Yep. Oh.
Ah! Wow. Stay with it. Close. Cross the face. No. Oh, whoa. 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 Throw it. Whoa. Yeah, the double arm. Yeah.
Kind of lined up the double.
Aye.
That was the danger with playing that. Hindsight's a great thing, but...
You like a hit and roll or you like a freeze?
I think he must have been a little outside.
I think we go here. Okay. I mean, we go here, we're just forcing them to draw. I meant the hit and roll that way. I didn't mean behind. No, I like that. Okay. Nice? Yeah.
That was a tough shot. And I don't care trying that shot because you're gonna jam it some way.
But they intended to
jam. You got the roll. Yeah, I realize that. I know what they're trying.
Roll your way, Gary.
You just hate leaving rocks in the rings, and that was their thought, of course. With Stoughton out there, you could draw on the other side. If you don't get it set up properly, they make a double or line 3 on you. But
yep. Yep. Hard.
Manitoba trying to get a deuce break back here in 5.
Hard, 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 hard. Good.
They wanted to roll a lot further than that. They wanted to roll away from that area.
Just like that. Okay. Je joue across the face?
Non, c'est tout. Dérange pas.
Tu vas rouler mieux de même?
Across the face, ça va rouler comme plus haut. Ça s'en irait comme ici.
Okay, let them try and roll it in here.
Get weak. This light?
Yeah.
Out turn. Manitoba wanted to roll across the other side of the rings.
Just light across the face and roll your way, bro. We've got room to hide it.
What? You already voted for the Hearthstone.
Died down the last one or what?
A good hit and roll here might force Manitoba to just take one in 5.
Easy.
He Hemmings.
Oh. Right off. Close. Stay with it. Close. No, no, no. No, no.
Stay with it.
No, no. No, no, roll it.
For fun.
Deuces are wild in this game, Vic.
Yep.
Absolutely. After the single in the first by Manitoba, we've traded twos, and now
What a crowd is here.
Stoughton and
What a crowd. What a
the
crowd.
team from the Charles Wooden Winnipeg will have a chance to get another couple here in 5. Final stone of this 5th.
Easy, guys. Easy.
Armstrong on the left, Vandenberg on the right. It's just a dusting.
Throw, Skipper.
2 for
How's that for
Manitoba.
communication? Good work, you guys.
We played
communication on that one, eh? Not a word.
Canadian Men's Curling Championship
5 more to go.
final. Matt Brier on TSN.
Hi, Mom. Hi, boys. Hi, Riley.
So, we'll go with this hotel. It's on the beach.
It's perfect. Let's take it.
Plan a trip with Expedia.ca, and 2 surprising things will happen. You'll get exactly the trip you want.
You want to rent a convertible?
Yes.
This is going to be great.
And you'll discover how exciting it can be to look forward to exactly the trip you want. Expedia.ca. Flights, hotels, car rentals, holidays. Now we're getting somewhere.
I may be a celebrity, but when it comes to acne, my skin doesn't really care. I break out just like you do. Do you have a few pimples or a face full of acne that you want to disappear? Now there's a solution. It's called Proactive Solution. With over 3 million customers, Proactive is the best-selling acne system in America.
It changes your skin almost immediately. It's amazing.
Proactive Solution works for men and women of all skin types to gain clear, beautiful skin.
It's like you're dating again or something. It really makes you light up.
It's confidence, it's self-esteem in a little bottle.
It's 3 simple steps that work by attacking acne at the source. Then the combination of medicines go down deep to destroy the bacteria while reducing inflammation. I know you have beautiful skin under your acne. Let Proactive prove it.
Call now toll-free and get Proactive delivered for 2 payments of only $19.95. Order now and receive as a bonus the amazing refining mask.
Grand Theft Auto, Vice City. In stores now. Rated M for mature.
The North Saskatchewan that bisects the city of Edmonton, really the old Edmonton, Strathcona area, and the new downtown. The key shot of that 6th is brought to you by Karcher Quality Cleaning Equipment.
Well, really an interesting end, Vic, because early in the end, Manitoba had control of it, and a bit of a lucky break for Quebec turned it around, and all of a sudden, Guy has a run back to try and jam. Unfortunately, he's running back one of the Manitoba stones. If it was his own stone, he would have scored 3 here, but no, it's a steal of 1.
And despite giving up the steal, both he and Jeff Stoughton made their rounds, pictures, autographs, as we move to the 7th. And Quebec has the hammer, but down by 2.
We lost, Line. Line's good. Clean it. Not yet. Come on, clean.
Manitoba or Quebec didn't control the zone.
Well, they were long, as Linda mentioned, there were long rocks out there, but they were yellow stones, and that was the important thing. That, unfortunately, as I mentioned, if that had been a red stone, Lindy would have scored 3. The end actually was controlled by Manitoba early, but you know, Pierre got that little bit of rub of the green, as we talked about, and that happens in the game. And all of a sudden turned around, but some good shots by
Good on, guys.
Stoughton.
Stay with it. Easy.
Can't touch, can't touch.
OK, well. Cool, ja. Regarde, man är bara god. Pas sûr qu'il finira là.
Trying to shake it off now as they begin play here in 7. Doug Armstrong.
Where are we going?
Should be there. Wait, should be there.
Top 12's good.
Got to curl a little bit. Make sure.
Line's good.
He really thought it would curl there a little bit, and it just didn't. Had to come just a little bit more.
Wait, Sarah. Yep, for line.
In round robin
Come on,
play,
bring it
the
over.
game involving these two teams, there was a couple of steals by Manitoba, but
Shot,
the
Doug.
first one was on that wide open miss by Guy Hemmings. That certainly was not a wide open miss. That was a very tough shot we just saw Guy Hemmings try. So although it's discouraging, it's not quite the same feeling.
Padre på den corner guard de même. OK.
Light day.
Whoa. Whoa.
You gotta save this shooter now, otherwise Manitoba will peel off the corner.
Whoa. Through. Whoa. 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 Not bad. Very nice. The boy well.
It's normal.
On Thursday, the Ford All-Stars, as selected by the Canadian curling reporters, were announced. Second team headed by Jeff Stoughton, Bob Ursel from BC, Rick Perron of New Brunswick, Neil Curzons from Saskatchewan.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa.
No. Good, good, okay.
And the first team headed by Skip Paul Fleming from Nova Scotia, Pierre Charette and Dale Ness from Team Quebec, and Chris Fulton gets the second spot from Ontario. Paul, along with his dad, alongside, and his Nova Scotia lead, Tom Federley, on hand as they prepare for the closing ceremonies that'll follow this Labatt Brier final here at Skyreach Center.
Coming down. Line's good. Still got lots. Still got lots. Just for line. Line only. Bending a lot. Going over then. Yep. Yep. We tap it straight. Yep. Yep. Yep.
It's really curling. It's not going to tap it straight back.
Okay, Bert. Sorry, Bert.
Normal. No. Yep. Whoa. 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 Yep. Hard. Good.
Go, Gary. Very nice, Gary.
Good shot.
Shooting, Chris.
Yellows are starting to pile up.
Well, those rocks are actually will work for Quebec, Vic.
Bump it a bit.
They want as many rocks
too,
in the rings as possible to try and get something frozen to something and get some angles set up for them, as long as they're behind that tee line. So that's why they're going to tap this one back a little bit.
Guy Thibodeau.
It was in the fourth end where Quebec got a 2 set up by stones behind their rocks that were Manitoba stones, and Manitoba couldn't remove the Quebec rocks as they wished.
Wait, back ring, wait. To Shael. Yep.
Wanted to rub it. I just thought they were going to rub it. Run his own back onto the red.
Okay.
Heel weight.
For Jonathan Meade.
And this is what you talked about, Linda. This is their weight. This is their game.
This is not what Quebec wants. No corner guards up on this side of the house, so Jonathan has a clear pass of this run back.
Whoa! Hard!
And there it goes, another line 4.
Yeah, they would just as soon not have had that rock in the rings, though. The rock that they hit, the Yellowstone sitting at the back of the forefoot.
In the middle one, eh?
Manitoba would not want it, does not want it there.
I would like to curl up a little more. I thought it would be better to curl up a little more.
Yeah, make sure you don't roll here, though. No, if the line's good, I mean.
We'll just try and tap it if the line's really good, eh?
Yeah.
Other than that, we'll freeze.
Yeah.
Little Morgie. You. Line's good.
I think so, yes.
Bring it.
What'd you get, Dale?
Line's good.
Hard.
Out of his hand, the front end says it's a little light.
Line's good.
So it's Thibodeau and Ness all over it.
Yes, hard for line. Hard for line.
Need to bring it right to the face.
Tap it.
Get by that stone top 8 first. All the way down, right to the face. A little more, and right on top.
Very nice shot. McGee is definitely the crowd favorite here, and they really haven't had an awful lot. They've been some great curling ends, but they haven't had a lot to cheer for.
The only unfortunate part for Quebec is this is a lovely shot, but there is a yellow stone to the left that can be run back on that red rock once it ends up. And there it goes.
There it goes.
And that's their game.
Yeah, now you do. You scratch your head if you're Quebec. How do I battle against that?
That's why you need the guards up. You don't want to be playing the freezes in the house because Manitoba is so good at these big weight shots.
Tap it again.
Tap it or freeze. Either that or just
freezed up.
freeze it on the
Same
front
line.
of it.
Okay. It's fabulous.
Good. All yours, guys. More. Whoa. D-line. Wait only. Got room. Lots of line. Room now. Whoa. Room now. Tons of room. No line. Oh, is it heavy? Yeah. Oh. Back one. Whoa, Barry. Back one. Yep. Oh, no. All right.
Rubs off the top one and rolls into the open.
You need to get that one out.
No, hit and roll on top.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. What is that?
This is normal.
Okay.
So he just said sit and roll, hit and roll in front of the stone in the 4-foot. Hit and roll in front of his own.
Just roll on top would be really good.
All right.
Jeff has always had, excuse me, Victor, always had terrific control of his emotions.
Yeah, his expression hasn't changed, does it?
Winning or losing, he always seems to look the same.
Yep.
And his first here in 7th, leading by 2.
Real hard.
And he hates losing.
Harder.
Right up. Right up. Hard.
Good.
Sits there and kills the back one.
Il va me faire vite. Quand on n'est pas shot, il va jouer un garde, non? Shot. Ouais, c'est ça. Ça va pas même pas second.
Oui, on va être shot rock, c'est la pousse.
Pose de dessus. Ouais.
Just checking to see whether they're shot, if he hits it on the nose or not.
Facile à sortir, il est capable de banquer dessus. What about this? Ce rôle-là, il va être tout blasté, on peut le blanquer.
Just talking about this stone here.
Yeah. Just flop in front here. Just tu veux un petit weight pour être shot, par exemple.
Go right in there.
Just. Okay, backring weight, hack weight. Hack weight. Hack weight, I like it.
In his 3rd Brier appearance, the Purple Hearts, and 1 Canadian championship already, to his credit. Jeff Stoughton looks for number 2.
Oh. Yep. Oh. Oh. Oh, guy. Whoa. Let a curl. Whoa. Let a curl. Whoa. Oh, yep. Roll it.
A little flip in front, and they'll just corner it.
Yeah.
Just had to brush it a little more.
I'll play up this time. Okay. You want to play normal or you want to? No, I'll play it up right here.
It's close to a good one.
Yeah.
He wanted to roll a little in front of the Yellowstone and didn't get that.
Just a bit high, eh, John?
If Manitoba hits us a tiny bit on the broom side and sits right there, it's going to be very tough for Quebec.
Yeah, if they get the perfect spot, then they...
Whoa. Yep. Whoa. He's fine.
A lot to move.
Good.
Shot, Jeff. What? Go.
Moins 2, c'est l'automne. Voilà tout seul. Le slide? Non, un petit peu moins light. OK. Ça? Yep.
So it's a hit for 1 for Quebec here in 7.
Everybody.
Just like gang. That was it. Anyway. We'll pray for the gods of curling after that. Make this one.
Making our shots.
In the game.
Pray for the gods of line calling.
You're talking about the line call. Previous end.
Just like guys.
Okay.
It's good.
Clean.
Clean. Just clean.
Just clean.
Yep.
Clean.
Clean.
Looking
Just
for the
clean.
single
Just clean.
here in 7.
Oh.
So Manitoba is in control of this Labatt-Brier final. They have the lead over Hemmings in Quebec, and Stoughton, the team from Winnipeg, has the hammer too.
Molson, That's Hockey, your total hockey news source. We bring you everything from the world of hockey. The scores, the stats, the stories, interviews, profiles, analysis, all from the best in the business. And each week we profile an outstanding hockey performance on the Vector Performance of the Week. Vancouver Canuck forward Brendan Morrison has turned in the Vector Performance of the Week for the period ending February 23rd. Morrison had 3 goals and 5 assists in leading the Canucks to wins in all 4 of their games. He also had an impressive +8 rating, helping the Canucks to a team record 13-game unbeaten streak. Numbers like that helped Brendan Morrison turn in the Vector Performance of the Week. For more information on the Vector Performance of the Week, visit tsn.ca/Vector. Molson, That's Hockey, the ultimate hockey news source. Your world of hockey in 30 minutes. Weeknights on TSN.
Now please everyone with Pizza Hut's $5 deal. Second, third, and fourth pizzas can be any combo of crust and toppings. $5, $5, $5.
Hello, Pizza Hut?
Call Pizza Hut today.
Bills can win it here. Wright puts it down. The kick is on the way, and it is good. And the Bills have won it.
The definition of a comeback, the act of making up a deficit, as in a contest or game.
Henderson to the plate with the go-ahead run. 15-14 Toronto.
Late inning comebacks, last-second comebacks, heroic comebacks. Comeback Weekend starts Friday only on ESPN Classic Canada.
It's been our pleasure to be here the entire week and for the first time ever bring you the final weekend of this Labatt-Brier. When you think about the 4 teams into the playoffs, well, the man in the middle, Gerald Shimko, his 3rd. Jerry Adam from Saskatchewan, man on the right in his 9th Brier here. Of course, that's Russ Howard representing New Brunswick. We've had a great time with all of them, and we thank all the teams for being so helpful, so cooperative. Manitoba, wives, families. Manitoba's in control, up by 1.
That's a good call.
Well, a big hit and stick, Linda. That was, you know, I mean, it was wide open, and it's just a hit and stick, but you have to make them. You know, keep his hopes alive. There's lots of curling left in this game. Quebec, knowing that they have to go all out, each end now to try and get the control back.
Well, that last end did not work, work for them at all.
Okay, boys.
The player comparisons are brought to you by Sheraton Hotels.
2 great games, 91% for both leads. So they've started off each end very well for their teams.
Line's good.
There'll be a lot of pressure on Dale Ness in the next couple of ends if they're going to try and get back in this game.
Very long center guard thrown up by Ness. This is Doug Armstrong.
Okay. Keep clean. Shot, Doug. Okay, Doug, good. Great shot.
Top 8.
So this is the one, it must be in front of the Yellowstone, then later in the end, they can tap it up.
Line's good.
68.
Through. Don't sweep it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Just make sure. Wait till he moves first. Wait there.
Needed frozen, as Linda suggests, on the face of the stone in the rings. This is the big shot in this end for
just for weight, guys.
Quebec to try and get some angles and something set up.
Yep. Yep. No bounce. No bounce. That's good.
Just wants it frozen.
The boy.
Very nice shot. Good curling by both leads.
Yeah. Hey, you guys just want to rip it?
Rip the center.
I think I'd hit the guard. You have control, a 1-point lead and the hammer this end. I wouldn't take any chances around that center guard.
I couldn't agree more.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Clean.
Just clean.
Whoa, whoa,
boy.
whoa. Shot, Doug. Hey, Doug, good.
Jeff is one team, though, Linda. If it gets he gets a chance near the end of this end, he'll jump right back on the offense. He won't defend it all the way out. He'll beat you with scoring more points, especially in this late half of the game, last half of the game.
Gary Vandenberg with the plus at this stage. Remember, if you have that 5 percentage points or more, you get a plus in the game. He came into the game with the edge over Guy Thibodeau in their 2 previous meetings.
Tight. Wow. Can't touch it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No. Freeze it? Am I any good? What are you going to do with it? Oh. Okay.
Too deep. You've heard the expression.
Just normal.
Gary Vandenberg.
Hit. Hard. Real hard. Okay. Good. It's good.
I like to come around.
Come around, yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Same weight. Ça va casser beaucoup à la fin.
Prends-en, Guy, d'abord qu'on a les petits boutons, on est correct. Good bird. Go, big bird.
Just let him concentrate.
Would your first instinct be to get rid of the Yellowstone of Quebec, or do you have to get in there?
No, the Yellowstone's still an advantage for Quebec because it is a fret rock, even though it's fighting the house.
Line's good now. Weight's very good, Guy. Yes, we can. Come on, hard. Hard. Yes, we can. Hard. Oh, we're on the guard. Oh. No bounce on the Okay. Okay.
Play up a bit.
Good turn, hit and roll.
No. Curl. No. Set. Good. Good shot, Gary.
And he hangs it on the edge of the 12.
Yep.
You never know if it comes into play. Manitoba with the hammer in the air.
Dead even between the 2 thirds, and this we thought would be the key matchup. Probably will be a key shot by one of these 2 players in the last few ends that will help decide this.
Roll it and roll it, too. Now, huh? tu roules pas, puis tu vas être une chance de dégager le sang. OK. Ouais. You like to tap or you want to go around, guys?
I like to tap.
No?
Well, if we tap it anywhere, no, on peut pas l'agner le jeu.
Ouais.
Comment? Pas le cacher. Ouais, là, il va faire le reconnaissance de rouge. Et bien, c'est pas grave.
They've used a lot of time, this
Very
Quebec
much.
team. They're
Relax.
8 minutes now
Come on,
behind.
guys.
Non, là, on va taper, mais voilà, il y a une qui baisse à gauche.
Ouais, mais Bert, puis ce qu'on dit, c'est que si on la raise de côté, on reste corner free de sa zone, il n'y a pas rien.
Ouais, boy, bad lucky for us.
Cover under tap, that's the two discussions.
I got it.
And there's the clock, remembering about 7 minutes minimum needed per end. So they're heading into the 9th end with very little time left.
Yellow onto red.
Line's good.
Yep.
Pick.
Hard. Raise it on the ball.
Out of his hand, it's grabbed something, says Brier.
Harder! Get it in there! Okay, not bad. Okay. All right, kicked out of my hand.
Straight back, get them both.
Heel. Yeah.
Jonathan Meade.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
Shot, John.
You can feel that momentum now, Vic.
Yeah, they rarely, at this point in time, they're playing their game, they're playing it well, and they lead by 1.
That extra point, that one steal, and to really just let them get into this mode, you know. They played this so well. They played the...
We'll go here.
Out turn, come around.
Line's tight. Yes, get it out there. Come on.
Off the weight, though.
Okay, where are we? Clean it.
Off the weight.
Clean it.
We're going to crash for sure.
Oh. Yep. Gotta go. Yeah. Go. Yep. Gotta go. Yep. Hard. Roll it in, Dale. Okay, not bad.
And between ends, well, Jonathan Meade got into it here. They played a little bit of some funky music. And he got into it, Jonathan Meade, and he had him going here. Brier.
This is not shaping up well for...
Probably out of my head, Okay, boys, make me a shot here. Let's go.
Okay.
This end could be the game. This is a lot of rocks around the 12-foot, so Guy Hemmings has a chance still to get in behind something, but he's going to have to make a good one.
Yep. Whoa.
He has that one red rock out in front, Linda, that might come in handy.
Whoa. Okay, good throw.
Good. Go, John.
One.
Good shot.
Thanks.
What a performance by Jeff Stoughton, 96% in both his draw category and hit shots. And Guy Hemmings has just struggled with the takeouts. Mind you, the one run back was a very difficult shot.
It's really tough to beat the other team when the other skip throws 96% at you in every aspect, drawing and the hit.
Yeah.
Take your own ice, eh?
Yeah.
Should go, just as long as you don't tight, you're gonna go.
He's trying the shot that Pierre had just tried, the big come around.
They fair out there?
If he can duck behind those yellow stones that are top 12, they're not angled too well for Manitoba, are they?
good eye, good point, Victor. They're overlapped, so they're not run back. You can't run them back.
Line's good. Needs it. Come on, 84. Line's good.
Needs it, says the front end.
Be there. Lots of room. Yep. Gonna be there. Take it there. Line.
You can hear the crowd now, too, as Charette runs out to join Thibodeau and Ness.
Come on. Come on, get it past the other ones. Come on, come on, come on. It's got extra for that.
Had great line, just not enough weight. He had the line.
Yeah.
What you got, 80? 84. No, line was good.
Makes it right here, though. We got nothing.
Yeah, like we don't have a shot.
Well, yeah, if I sit here,
I mean, if you stick it, you're going to have a shot because you're going to have that. Normal?
Oh, the secret here, the key is he wants to leave his shooter, Vic, right there, clear of this situation. Because you can see if the tap back comes here, then he'll at least have his own stone to run back.
I think, too, though, Ray, if it comes down to that tap back on the right, he doesn't have to move it that far. In fact, he just puts it top 8.
No, and if he gets it in behind the two stones that you mentioned a moment ago, they're overlapped, they can't be run back. So he's thinking a stone ahead here, Linda, making sure that this shooter is in a spot where maybe he can use it. And it might be a run back for 3 or 4.
No. Stoughton's first. He has the hammer here in 8. And he'll roll away.
Yeah, he wanted to sit right there. He wanted to hit that on the nose.
How many big shots has he got in him? He made the one yesterday in the final, the semifinal against Saskatchewan, and now maybe this is a Brier saver for him again.
By rolling away, by rolling over here and not sitting right there, he leaves Guy Hemmings the same shot he just tried to try and get it in here buried.
On the left, me a hair, a hair.
And the hairless ice, Linda Ward, why? For what reason?
Well, the last one didn't seem to break for them, but then with the weight being different, it's hard to judge. There's a little extra weight on this one.
Out of his hand again, Thibodeau, right away. Ness joins him. Here comes Charette again. Did he pull the string on this one?
Go deep. A lot of weight.
Got a little further in the frost.
Coming down for him enough. Got to get it there for shot. All the way back. All the way back. Back edge 4. But it's going to be, it looks to be open for Manitoba and Stoughton.
Okay.
He can hit the red one and spill out for, it appears to be 3.
Same.
Looks like a fairly simple shot, but you know it's at stake. It's just that he throws these so well normally. He's a great hitter.
Wayne.
Jeff Stoughton.
Yep. Whoa.
Is it the shot?
Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa.
That will give him
whoa.
another Brier championship. 1, 2, 3. Pierre Charette looks. It is 3.
Great shot, Jeff. Great throw. Thanks, buddy.
Up 9-5.
We got to start making our shots.
What's Quebec and Guy Hemmings start left.
Grand Theft Auto, Vice City. In stores now. Rated M for mature.
the next Midweek Real Classics.
You know, ever since I was 6 years old, I've been faster than anyone.
You better start hitting out there.
Let's go. Pretty boy.
Yeah!
Sure are glutton.
On the next Midweek Real Classic, Rob Lowe stars in Youngblood, only on ESPN Classic Canada.
You saw your organization's color needs increasing. You knew that adding more single-function color laser printers wasn't going to cut the mustard. You knew it was time to turn to Canon for its color solutions. Now, my friend, it's time to reap the rewards.
Whoa. Hard. Whoa. Hard. Whoa. Hard. Good. Good. Good.
Wow.
Go, Jeff.
Great shooting.
Good luck, guys.
Jeff Stoughton.
Great shot, Jeff. Good job, Jeff.
So what you guys, 75?
All week long, we had trouble getting sunk behind these corner guards over by the 12-foot. They just don't finish.
Line's good, yeah. Line's good.
Some of the shots you kind of got to angle it, slide it a little wide, and angle it over.
Line's good.
Got to hear the guard. A little bit too close to the board.
Roo.
Whoa. No.
Roo.
No, don't touch. Don't touch.
Roo.
Let's see if this will break.
Oh, I don't know. No, gone.
Well, I got that one over a little further.
As good as we can make them.
That's exactly right.
We like that.
Is it? Pretty much.
Can't do any better than that. Stoughton will just draw down to the face of this now. He can't hit that one.
Good last. Good.
Good one. He was saying you're going straight to Winnipeg from here? You're staying there till Tuesday or whatever?
So with a possible miss,
Down to it, guys.
there's a chance of picking up 2.
What they're talking about is if these teams will play next weekend in Winnipeg, next week in Winnipeg at the World Curling Tour Championship. Howard, Hemmings are not going home from here. They're going directly there.
Yep. Got room. Yep.
And Howard not with his New Brunswick team, but with his Cashfield team out of Ontario.
Yeah, good point.
Hard. Whoa. Hard. Hard. Whoa. Good. Clean. Sir. Ton.
He can throw the big weights and he can throw the tap.
Great throw, Jeff. Thanks. That's a huge shot. Great throw.
Coming into the game, I suggested for the victory, Manitoba would have to use their experience with angles and raises to get a big score, get a couple of big shots from the front end, win the matchup at third, and Jeff Stoughton must be able to use his big weight shot and make a couple of key ones, and that's really been the difference.
So Quebec tosses it through.
Hi, Riley and Cole at home. Hi, guys.
Going home.
Hi, boys.
As the Canadian champion, he's up by 4 with 1 end to play.
Honey.
Yeah?
The guys are here to replace the picture window.
Oh, I asked them to look at the broken windshield, too.
How long have they been doing this?
I don't know. They said on the phone they were fully qualified.
Next time, insist on someone you can trust to do it right. Speedy Glass. We've been replacing glass since 1946, and now earn Air Miles reward miles for travel and more. Speedy Glass. If it's glass, we fix it.
Bills can win it here. Wright puts it down. The kick is on the way, and it is good. And the Bills have won it.
The definition of a comeback, the act of making up a deficit, as in a contest or game.
Henderson to the plate with the go-ahead run. 15-14 Toronto.
Late inning comebacks, last-second comebacks, heroic comebacks. Comeback Weekend starts Friday only on ESPN Classic Canada.
If ground beef is $3.29 a pound, how much will your butcher charge?
That'll be $4.
No. Then why do cell phone companies charge you for a whole minute when you only talk for 12 seconds?
Maybe they're hungry.
With Fido's billing by the second, 12 seconds is 12 seconds, not a minute. Per second billing. Stop. Only from Fido.
Nicorette gum. Take it one craving at a time.
If you're looking for the key shot, it's probably the sixth. It allows Manitoba to go to this hit game.
There's no question about it. It was just a run back that he tried to try and get himself 1 point, and he jams, and it's the Manitoba Stone, and that really changed the style of game.
And Mr. Personality, well, he just didn't have enough bullets after that, and right now it is.
Hit up. One down.
Manitoba leading by 4, 9-5 as we go to the 10th. And the throw through.
One shot at a time, boys.
We think that's
By Doug
4 takeouts in a
Armstrong.
row.
You never know.
Yeah, the difference being it was a 6-4 game at that
I'll
point
put it there.
instead of a tie game.
Yeah, in a fraction of an inch, the long runbacks are so difficult, and a tiny bit different on that first stone would have meant a totally different angle, and
Come on, guys,
one
come
or
on.
even two for Quebec, and it just didn't work for them. And from then on, it was a real struggle.
All right. Good sweeping here, Ski.
All right, well. Come on, Max. Sorry, juice.
Yeah.
Hit up.
Hey, Gary.
Hey, Gary.
Let's go, buddy.
Manitoba, of course, not wanting anything in play anywhere. Just throwing the first two stones through. And they'll start peeling.
Not bad. Oh. Stay with it. Easy. Put them even, guys. Just even.
Oh.
They could use one today.
All right.
They better get it right now.
Shot. Throw, Gary.
No, it's up here.
Looks good. Averaging. Anywhere in front.
Set them up for a double and get it over with.
What's up?
So we'll set them up for a double and get it over with.
That's a little harsh.
Time and stones are running out on Quebec here in the 10th of this Labatt Brier final. Gary Vandenberg.
Well, you saw last night when Guy Hemmings maybe had the high of his life when he drew to the lid to beat Jerry Shemko in that game, and 12 hours later you're in a game and it's it's one of your lows. It's great to be here, but it hurts to lose.
Oh, I think.
I think especially, Ray, when you know that you could have made a few more shots. You come to the ice for the final and you're so excited, and the first half of the game was so close with great shots by both teams. And it's just, you could have done a little better in those few ends if you're Quebec.
Mind you, it's what makes us all come back for more.
Yep. In Manitoba, in this case of this Brier, beat Quebec 3 times. So your champion is well deserved.
Crowd sensing it's nearly over, and
he's pretty excited too. First Brier on his way to a world championship, the Ford Worlds in St. John. Canada sends a great representative.
Yep. And he missed his chance at a world championship in '87 as a junior.
Whoa.
So he'll have another crack at the world crown, and he gets everything.
Nice way to finish. He is going to be the corner guard.
You've got nothing else to hide behind, so Pierre Charrette's drawing down the middle, but Guy's standing in front of the house saying, well, maybe I'll just stand
Put it in the
here.
house, please. Line's good. Put it in the house, please. Got a curl, There. Line's good. Yep. Come on, baby. Very hard.
Get it by that guard.
Very hard.
It didn't even sink, and the guard could have moved. To end it.
This is it.
And run him out of rocks.
All right, Johnny.
Congratulations, Manitoba.
Well, it's a great feeling. Anyone that's gone through this, Linda, I know you have. I've been fortunate enough to go through this emotion. It's a wonderful feeling to represent your country. You're a Canadian champion. It may never happen again.
Thank you.
You have to control your emotions so long to make sure you just throw the shots during this game. Now it's just a wonderful feeling.
So now it's on to the Worlds, but first it's on to their wives as Gary meets up with Helena.
Thank you.
Guy Hemmings. Jeff Stoughton is there with his wife, Sue. Steve Gould, the 5th player, and Pierre Charrette is resigned to the fact that 2 years in a row he has lost the final of the Labatt Brier. Manitoba and the team from the Charleswood, Winnipeg are the champions of Canadian men's curling. The Labatt Brier here on TSN.
As he prepares to battle with current WBA heavyweight champion John Ruiz, join ESPN Classic Canada to relive some of Roy Jones Jr.'s greatest matches. Tune in tomorrow beginning at 3 Eastern for Roy Jones Jr. Day, only on ESPN Classic Canada.
Where the legends come to play.